want to welcome everyone to the June 1st, 2016 Planning Commission meeting. We have two items today. We have a public hearing, and then from the public hearing, then we'll move into our regular meeting. So to start off the public hearing, Jerry, do you mind doing a roll call, please?
Chairman Gears?
Here.
Mayor Williams?
Here.
Chris Brown?
Here.
John Brown?
Here.
All here, sir.
All right, thank you very much. We have no old business. Underneath the new business in our public hearing, we have one item. We have J.R. Anderson, owner of 3835 Edwards Road, commercial partial 4, located within the general business district, residential 2, within a planned unit development overlay, which is a GBD, and an R2/PUD, is submitting an amendment to the final PUD. With that being said, what we normally do in a public hearing, we have the presenter come up and explain what it is, and then after that presentation, if there's any questions, we will ask questions, and then from there, we will open it up for anyone who wants to speak for or against the request. So with that being said, JR, the floor is yours, if you don't mind.
My name is J.R. Anderson, Jeffrey Anderson Real Estate. So we're the owner of the One Norwood apartment complex, multi-family complex. It's a pretty simple request that we're looking for today. So if you recall, the property sits in about 1.4 acres. It's a 127 unit apartment complex. There's parking below the apartment. So the parking is, there's parking and there's a podium, and then all the buildings start on top of the podium. So what we've come to realize as, this has matured, we've been open for almost 16 months now, occupancy's been fantastic, is our clientele is pretty high end, and so they want their cars to be covered. We do have the adjacent public parking garage right here, but a lot of the residents want to live directly underneath for safety reasons, other security reasons. Their car feels a little more protected. So there are three areas that get a little bit of water infiltration or rain, and there's really two areas here that are just completely exposed to the elements. So this is the building. I know it's a little bit difficult to follow, but there is a dashed dotted line here of where the building sits, and then the podium is basically in this same area. We have one area underneath the building that the cars sit half in, half out. And so what happens in this area is that water runs down the building and then collects a little bit of dust or whatever, and then falls on BMW and Mercedes. And so unfortunately, we get a lot of water landing on top of these people's hoods. So what we want to do is mitigate this issue here with having a metal shed kind of come off the building, attractive, and then catching that so it's a fully covered space. So that's 9 spaces that are there that we have this, and I'll show you a picture of what this looks like. And then if you recall, this kind of triangle shaped piece behind the Super America is all uncovered. And we get a lot of requests. We have a waiting list for people who want to park underneath the building. We have nobody who wants to park over here. They in turn just park in the garage over here. But again, because of safety and security reasons, they prefer to have their car park in this area so their car is under more surveillance and whatnot. So the proposal here is to take 11 spaces and also to create a covered space. It's not the greatest cover. We've looked at a number of different options for how to cover it, and it seems like what most people in the area do that are luxury multifamily, they create these kind of spaces by a metal type structure. So I have some images of it. So this is the one line drawing of it. So the spaces that are just beyond this ledge that are kind of half in, half out would just be an extension of the metal, and it does come down and there's a pole at the end that catches that. It's right adjacent to the dog park area that we have. But then these are fully built structures. They're self-supporting, structural, and then they have a kind of a shed to it. And there's some images of which I'll show you. But what we're proposing is 9 spaces here and then 11 spaces here. Again, just kind of a real simple line drawing. This probably shows a little bit better what we're talking about. So this is at Avalon, which is out in the Eastgate area. Same contractor doing it. We've selected the color of this to match the ethos and and some of the brick that we have at the apartments. So it's not the exact color, but you can see how this is a self-supporting structure with a column out in front, and then there is a column in the back. So cars will pull in, be fully protected, and that's what people are looking for in these spaces. So we have a lot of waiting lists for it, and this is just another image of it. So we'll have 8 of these on the one side, and then 3 on the other side. So eight of these type of structure here, and then 3 here. And again, this is really just an extension off the existing building. So as part of the PUD, this was not considered or contemplated. So what we're asking for is, I guess, an amendment to the PUD.
It's a minor revision.
Or a minor revision to the PUD, asking for not only these, but more importantly, these 11 spaces here, so we can construct these carports, as we call them, and have these protect the cars. So it's pretty straightforward. Don't have any questions on it?
I was just gonna, I guess, a comment. I mean, the good, it's out of the public site. It would only be the people that are gonna park there are gonna see it.
Right.
So,
It's directly behind Super America.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
Is there a guttering system on it?
There
That one
is.
looks like it.
Yeah, so there's a guttering system on the front.
Okay.
So the way we would have it, and it's on the plan, is I think it catches here, and then we have a storm basin over here. So it actually goes underground, collect all that water, so it doesn't just run off onto Super America site. Or Speedway. I don't know what they call themselves.
I don't think it'd even be visible from the highway, would it?
Not from the highway.
Yeah.
If you're driving across, maybe you can see it. It's a pre-finished aluminum, so it doesn't rust, and it's a nice structure. I've shown it, before I even started it, I showed it to all the potential tenants who have an interest in moving out there. I mean, they all loved it, and they wanted to be part of it. So I was like, well, if they have an interest, I'll move forward with it. And again, because we have such a large waiting list, they'd love to be part of it. So.
are you gonna do any kind of lighting under them, or are you just gonna kind of let the lot lighting?
The lot lighting handles it
Okay.
because it's so open air. All 3 sides, actually, yeah, all 3 sides are open. So I haven't seen any sort of lighting from these
Okay.
before either. And because there's a lot of natural light, we have cameras out there and we monitor that whole area.
Okay.
But this is exactly what it'll look like. Again, this is the same company that's doing it. So.
And that'll connect directly into the building.
Yeah, so you can then walk, you have to walk slightly outside, but your car is at least protected. What we have is we have 2 elevator banks, one elevator bank over here and one elevator bank here. So the goal is, because this does get utilized a lot by people who live in this half of the building, they park here and just go into the elevator bank. So these people who are over here are excited about having this space, because right now a lot of them park in the garage and then have to walk through the garage or through the podium and then come over to this elevator bank. So the majority of the people will be used by people who live on this side of the building.
And then that, in reality, will tie into the emergency exit that is connected to Speedway by the gate, or Super America.
Yeah, I mean, this is for fire only.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in case there is a problem, that access will still be available.
Yes.
That was my
We have that
point, to be able
easement
to
that's
get
there
it. Yeah.
with those guys.
Okay.
And then we checked, so none of this extends into that fire lane.
Okay.
So we looked at all that too, just to
Okay.
make sure. Because I could have built 1 more, 2 more. I couldn't get it to work with
Yeah.
geometrically
Okay.
with the fire trucks.
Okay.
But yeah, so that if there was like a fire here or whatever, then they still can come through and
Okay.
fight
I just wanted, just for information, that the entrance gate would still be accessible and,
Yeah.
okay. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you, JR. With that being said, is there anyone here who would like to speak against the change? Anyone here that would like to speak against a change? We have no one here against. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of the change? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor of the change? All right, we have neither either. So with that, if there are no other questions, do I hear a motion we adjourn the public hearing?
Motion to adjourn.
By
the public
John,
hearing.
seconded by Chris. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, with that, we'll move into our regular meeting. Excuse me. And if, Jerry, you don't mind doing the roll call, please?
Sure. Mayor Williams,
Here.
Chairman Gears,
Here?
John Brown,
Here?
Chris Brown, all here.
All right, thank you very much. We have the January 6th minutes in our packets. If there are no additions, corrections, do I hear a motion to accept them as of read?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All right. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Abstain.
I understand, because, yes. All right, we have no old business. We'll move into new business. The first item we have is J.R. Anderson, owner of 3835 Edwards Road, commercial parcel 4, located within the general business district, residential 2 with a planned unit development overlay, which is a GBD, and an R2/PUD, is submitting an amendment to the final PUD plan. Any,
I move to approve the change. It's stated by the inter-office memorandum from the building commissioner. It's a minor change, and it's not viewed by anywhere, and it's a really nice addition, and it's not a problem, so I move we approve it.
all right,
I'll second.
second by Chris. Any discussion on that? All right, do you mind calling the roll? Jerry, please.
Chairman Gears,
Yes.
Chris Brown,
Yes.
Mayor Williams,
Yes.
John Brown.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, thank you very much. We have no communications or miscellaneous. We don't have any absent members, and we want to welcome you, Chris,
Thank you.
for your first meeting on this side of the table.
On this side.
With that, do I hear a motion we adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Or a second on that? Second. All right, any discussion? You mind calling the roll, please?
Chairman Gears,
Yes.
Mayor Williams,
Yes.
Chris Brown,
Yes.
John Brown.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The meeting's adjourned.